Hi, I'm Vance, and I'm selling a virtual pinball machine. I made a couple years ago. Me and four friends got together and put a whole bunch of these together. Cut down on costs and the shop rental. And here's me in a spray booth spraying up the virtual pin machines and just having a good time. Anyway, uh, doing it with a whole bunch of friends saved us a little bit of bucks, and well, we did it professionally, like with the CNC machine. And my best friend is a cabinet maker, and he actually owns a company called MC Cabinets, and this is his shop. And we put all that stuff together right in his shop, like made our boxes and did all that stuff. And he was very nice to rent his shop to us. I'm showing just some little pictures here of the build and what I did. So if you see any ideas, just grab them for yourself. Like that little kind of vacuum looking thing, that's actually a boat fan that we have put a blower on, and as you're hitting targets, it's blowing air at you. This is a couple of my friends helping me tack the lockdown bar down. And this is showing off some buttons there. And this is complete. After we tack it, there's little burns on it, so you get the burns off with an Arbrite pad, scratch pad. And this is the inside the cabinet. And I'm showing off Zeb's nunch kit. And here's some speaker grills and stuff. Those are both my cabinets in the background there, if you see those. And there's an LCD setup. I'm just setting up one of those on the Backglass. And that's the inside where Zeb's boards are. You can see all those in there. This is your start button. This is your exit button. That's your coin button. That's your extra ball button. And that is your launch ball button. And that's your plunger. That's the volume button right there. And that's where USB 3, if you want to input stuff, you can put it there. Custom lockdown bar. This is what makes all the feedback work, all the lighting and stuff. It all goes through Zeb's boards, and it's just a really good hub that powers everything and sends signals. So I got leaf switches in here, mechanical tilt bob, replay knocker, Tinsy board for the matrix and side lighting and stuff like that, the shaker motor. This is the nudge kit right here, or the plunger kit. And this is a fully wired coin door. This thing is freaking awesome. I got this from virtualpin.net. Actually, I got all the trim package from them. And it does like the coin presses, everything. And everything lights up with the DOF, like with all the different things. Like if you need to add coin, it will tell you. It will light that thing up. Anyway, I'm doing the addressable LEDs here, and I did mine a little bit different than most people. So this is what you call tinted acrylic, and what I did was I drilled magnets, rare earth magnets in there, and those are from a lady's makeup case or whatever. I crazy glued those on there, and that's the metal that sticks it and adheres to the back of the pinball machine. Right here, I don't know if I'm the original person that did this, but here's an idea for you guys. I can't, mirror blades. I came up with something called tint blades. I tried the mirrors at first, but it was too much with all the lighting and stuff like that. So I actually went with a tint, and it looks amazing. So those are the magnets all drilled in the side of the pinball machine. And that's a hole that I'm going to put the wiring through to go to the back of the pinball machine. Now the cool thing is, watch me attach this thing and then listen for the sound as it snaps on. It's unbelievable. It holds like you wouldn't believe, and it just fits perfect and looks amazing. How crazy is that, eh? And it looks great. Yeah, you see nothing from there. You can't. It just looks black and perfect. Like it just totally mirror black. It looks so good when that tint blade is on there. And then when those addressable LEDs are working, just amazing. It's unbelievable. What an upgrade to the cabinet when I did that. So I'm just sliding that in just to be reconnected. And there's that snap again. So now all I have to do, yeah, look at that, just black. I love the way that looks. So we're going to push that forward. You don't see nothing. It's just totally clean. So what we're looking at here is the LCD screen, and we're looking at the speaker rings. You can see that. I actually used 2 grills to make that so that it kind of blacked that out. These are the beacon lights. And that piece of acrylic in the middle, that was actually done with me and my friend Chris at Plastics Plus. He has a laser etcher where we lasered out that profile and put in the Dominator thing. I did the design work. He did the laser work. It was actually really cool. So what we're looking at is the blower, the one that you saw in the pictures. So as you hit targets, that fan goes off and blows air at you while you're playing the game, kind of making like a 4D effect. Now what we're looking at is the under cab RGB lighting that goes all around the cabinet, and I put little things around it so that it goes a nice tight 90s. And what we're looking at there is those pucks. Those are actually cabinet protectors. This is a dust collector right here, so the fan is constantly sucking in or blowing out, I can't remember which, and that just protects it from dust getting in the cabinet. And it stays really clean in there. So I'm showing off those pucks again. If you ever need to drop it down or you're going to resell your cabinet, this will keep your cabinet safe. And here's the night switch. Well, your kids go to sleep at night, you want to play some pinball, sometimes you got to turn off that feedback because those noises are, well, they're quite loud. And then we have the power button there and a pause button. This is the back of the cabinet. There's 2 access points for the upper and lower cabinet. You're going to see that in a second for the lower one. But right here, I'm just showing off my wiring going back to the DOF motherboard from Zeb. Basically, it goes to the signal goes as you're hitting targets to the beacon lights, and it all goes through Zeb's boards. This is going to a 12-volt LED strip that goes right in the middle, and in there that will glow up the acrylic sign. So it looks amazing. Now I'm just showing you Zeb's, or Steve, his wiring harness. He did this work. This is the kind of work that you'll get from Zeb's boards. Just nice and professional. I mean, I took it apart and put it on my topper. It used to be inside the cabinet, but all that wiring, the way he did it, is just, he's a professional. He knows that wiring front and back, eh? So that's what kind of kit you're going to get. Anyway, what I want to show you now is this, say if you want to resell your machine later, this thing hinges, and this is the way I'm going to ship to whoever buys this cabinet. I'm just going to basically take this cabinet and pivot it, and it's going to go all the way to the glass. I'll just put a nice protecting cardboard around, and I'll just throw that down, and then it's ready for shipping. So here's the lower access door. We're going to go into it, and I'm going to show you a little trick I learned from one of R&R's videos. He had a drawer, a sliding drawer, and I mocked his just the same way. I made my own wiring harness and stuff for my computer, exactly the way that he did, and I just loved his idea. So thank you, R&R. I stole it. Anyway, you're going to see that it's pretty busy down here because it is busy. There's lots of different things happening and stuff like that. But we got everything going on in there, so it's just a matter of taking out that harness or whatever and pull out your computer and upgrade it later and do all that kind of stuff. Having the back access has been really helpful over the years. So what I'm showing here is just some of the stuff I used. This is the TV. The specs are right there, the model number if you want to look at it. It's a really good TV. And the LCD screen here, I'll have links in the description for all this stuff, so you'll be able to check all this stuff out. I am asking $6,000, and it's basically covering the cost of everything like this, the computer, the TVs, Zeb's boards, the trim package, this. By the time I bought all of the stuff and did all the wiring, it cost me $6,000. I'm not making a dime off this thing. I just want to sell it. I have another one that you're not seeing here. It's in another room, but I have 2 of these things, so it's a little bit of overkill. And I want to talk about AC/DC here. I think this is the perfect game to show off what this cabinet can do. And no, I don't suck at pinball when I'm showing you this. I'm actually quite good at it. But what's happening here is I'm using TeamViewer to showcase the playfield, and it's a little bit of a lag back and forth. I'm using a keyboard. It's actually 20 feet away from the thing. So as you see me doing stuff on here, I'm just playing with a keyboard that's like 20 feet away from this. So I'm just going to give a little bit of gameplay, and I'm not going to show a front end or anything like that. This cabinet has everything, but this sale is not about the work that other people have done. It's about the cabinet sale. What you do when you get these cabinets is you become a part of a hobby. You load your own tables, stuff. There's Pinball FX3 on this table, but you still have to go to Steam and you still have to purchase those tables. I'll sign out of mine, and the Steam will be all set up for you. You sign in and you buy your own Steam tables. That's the way it works here, right? There's lots of games preloaded on it. You're welcome to my work that I've done for the last 2 years on collecting stuff, but really you're going to want in the future to add more stuff. I'm going to leave links in there. And just to let you know, I will help somebody that I sell this cabinet to. Like maybe if you want to learn how to add a game or something like that, there's lots of YouTube videos that can show you the same thing. But I do have a program called TeamViewer where I can remotely connect if you want to see a couple things on your pinball machine or whatever. If we're talking on the phone, well, I can show you a couple things about your pinball machine. You just have to hook it up to the internet. Anyway, I'm getting back to where I'm not showing. I'm not going to show the front ends. I'm not going to show all the tables that are on here. It's not really fair to the authors and the people that made the ROMs and all that stuff like that. We're not going to do any of that kind of stuff. There are enough people on the internet and on YouTube that showcase that stuff. I'm not going to do any of that. We're just going to show you exactly what this cabinet can do. And as I've been talking, you can see that the addressable LEDs, they're showing you fire. They're showing the cabinets on the side here. You're gonna hit the button, the launch ball button, and it's gonna fire up the side, and then you're gonna see beacons going off and all that stuff working together, and all the clicks and all the sounds that you're hearing and stuff like that. It sounds and feels real, like you're having a real pinball machine right there. I guess a video I don't think can do justice to what this thing actually looks and feels like. Well, maybe what it looks like, but what it actually feels like for a person to play on it. I wanted to say before this video closes, I have a lot of people to thank for helping me build this machine, and I want to give kudos to all those people that did. A special thanks to Marcello from MC Cabinets. He helped with the design work. He's the person that I rented that shop from. All that CNC work was done at his shop, and the painting and stuff like that. I want to thank Rod, who got me into this hobby. He's basically a fellow Sherwood Parkian, and he had the first virtual pin machine I ever seen, and I fell in love with the hobby ever since, and I've been on it. The guy that made the cabinet artworks for me and a lot of other people in the community, his name is Stuza. Special thanks to you. Thank you so much. I want to thank Steve from Zeb Boards. He sends a really good package to you. I've never had anything shipped so good to me, and I had some problems. I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but he helped me with all my questions and stuff like that, and thanks so much, Steve, for your support. It really meant a lot when I had all those questions that you actually got back to me and answered all the stuff that I had. I also want to thank Chris, who in the community is known as Jasper Park. He's the guy from Plastics Plus that did the acrylic thing with me. He also worked with me at the same time on my cabinet, saving me on shipping costs and all that kind of stuff. Thank you for all your support, Chris. I also want to thank Paul from Virtual Pin. His kit with the button, coin doors, rails, the legs, all that is from him. Came to me, it was packaged perfectly. I want to thank Nailbuster, Tom Spears for the pinup system, and I want to thank Tom Spears for Pinball X. Thank you very much. Now, none of this would mean anything without Agram from the DOF config tool. He does a lot of the work behind the scenes. Swiss Lizard as well. I want to thank DDH69 and Terry Red for the DOF links. The work that you guys have done is amazing. I want to thank some YouTubers out there and people that help out in the community with some tables and stuff like that. GTX Joe, you helped a lot in the beginning. Thank you so much. Your videos, I don't know. Terry Red, I'd be nowhere without you setting this stuff up. Your videos are amazing. You're a very inspiring person. Thank you so much. And I want to talk about a newcomer on the block that really helped me with addressable LEDs. Major Frenchie, you are one awesome dude. Thank you so much. In the beginning, when I started doing my my virtual pinball cabinet, I kind of modeled it after one person in the community, R&R. Thank you for all the stuff that you did and the videos that you put out. When you put them out, I would have been stuck, and I wasn't stuck because I saw what you did, and some of the stuff I just copied it. I want to thank some of the websites out there that I use all the time. I'm always on VPinball, always on VP Universe, VP Forums, my Facebook group that I always go to. Shout out to Visual Pinball Junkies. Thank you so much. And I want to thank all the authors that put out so much hard work, and you're too many to mention, so I won't even try. But I'd like to mention Scotty Wick, who makes the Stranger Things page. That's one of my faves. Thank you very much. Keep on coming up with those originals, and I know you are. Thank you so much. That's about it that I can think of for now. Thanks so much, guys. Bye for now.